when you want to find a community, make sure na you are open to build relationship with people and that you will have the commitment to build the relationship.
Welcome back. Nasimulan
Happy Friday ulit.
Yes. May kwento ako sa'yo, batid. So, di ba kaka-launch lang natin? Sige, context muna. No? So, we pre-record these episodes in advance. So, ngayong nag-uusap ka, as of this time, kaka-launch lang ng podcast 2 weeks ago, no? Pero last week kasi hindi tayo nakapag-recording. So, ngayon natin pagkukwento.
Yes.
So, anyway, pagka-launch, kapatid, alam mo daming di nakailag. Mamaya off the record, ikukwento ko sa'yo, may mga nasagap akong mga modus.
Talaga? Modus?
So isa yun. Mga modus. So ayong sabihin ba kasi tamaan sila. So mamaya na lang pagkatas ng episode natin. Ito naman medyo relevant na feedback ganun sa topic natin for today. Kasi sabi niya may nag-message sa akin. Bro, alam mo may natutunan ako sa podcast nyo ni Mary. Yung natutunan ko, parang kailangan ko rin ng accountability partner. Sabi niya gano'n. Parang gusto ko rin nun, accountability partner. Sabi niya gano'n. Like, okay yun. May, nakatulong sa progress. Tapos tinanong niya ako, kapatid. Sabi niya, bro, anong naging consideration mo sa pagpili kay Neri as accountability partner? So marami akong, syempre marami naman akong masasabing good things about you, no? But just for the sake of segueing to our topic, magbigay na lang ako ng isa na consistent naman tayo, no? Ang gusto ko sa iyo, kapatid, if we say, for example, we'll record this podcast at 7:30, we start recording 7:30. Punctuality, kumbaga. We start recording 7:30, we don't hop on at 7:30 and start at 7:35. We don't chit-chat for 5 minutes then start recording. We go in early and then pag yung usapan natin 7:30, start recording, nagre-record na tayo ng episode. So it's consistent sa mga calls natin before sa accountability. So for example, 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. mag-accountability na tayo. We hop in early para makapag-chikahan pa. Pero pag strike ng 3 p.m., start na tayo. Ganun. So yun ang isang pinaka talaga, very, should I say trivial? Pero yung punctuality kasi hindi trivial yun, di ba?
At saka isa din sa parang, actually pet peeve ko yun. Kaya ayaw ko yung
di ba?
late.
Oh my God.
Or parang, yun nga, parang although may allowance, yes. Pero the thing is, parang in a sense, na-adapt ko na rin, because of working with clients, na-adapt ko yung thinking na on time lagi ang kliyente. Ang on time nila is 5 minutes earlier. Hindi on the dot.
Yeah. Pero kapatid,
I value kasi din, parang I value din your time or parang time nung kausap ko. Kasi ako, I value my time. So, parang for me, you also parang need to value mine and need to value yours. Para mas maging productive. Kasi, anong mangyayari kung, di ba, ang dami kong nanay ako, ang marami kong role sa buhay, di ba? Kasi yung oras ko, nothing will gonna happen, nothing will change, di ba? So, I think, yun yung nakakagulat. Parang, not a lot of people or freelancers, in our case, practice that. Or parang selective sila kung saan sila magiging on time.
Kapatid, I hope selective sila. But I beg to disagree. Ako, I would say, I beg to disagree. Hindi sila selective. Yun na talaga sila. I mean, I would say, kapatid.
There are people that say that parang naturally or parang, pero kasi I've seen people na sa AC,
ayoko nang kausap yung mga ganyan.
They tend to attend late. Tapos pag training, parang it actually depends on their priorities. Parang ganun yung pagiging on time nila, it depends on their priorities, which I think is not a good practice. Kasi how you do one thing is how you do everything. Parang ganun di ba?
Kaya nga sabi ko sa'yo, I beg to differ na namimili sila. Ito, kapatid, example lang din. Very, very concrete example, kapatid. Sabi na natin, nag-pandemic, no? So lahat Zoom na, no? Before, pag may nakikipag-meet up, magkita tayo ng mga ganitong oras. Late sila palagi, ang dahilan traffic. Pag okay, fine. Parang hindi naman lumang balita yung traffic So, di ba? Okay, fine, whatever, traffic. Pero pag the same person, kapatid, the same person, may appointment sa Zoom, na scheduled, hindi biglaan. Alam mo yun, yung it's a weekly ongoing thing. Tapos late ka pa rin, na-traffic ka, mag-hop on sa Zoom. My God, parang, diba? I mean, sa tono ko, you will notice pet peeve ko rin yun. Kaya gusto talaga, I mean, aside from the wealth of knowledge, siguro kahit sobrang talino mo kung hindi ka naman on time sa mga calls natin, kapatid. I'm sorry, parang ayoko makipag-usap kahit na kanino na ganun, no? And kapatid, I don't wanna sound baka kasi sabihin nila kala mo naman si Carlo hindi naman nalilate yan. Alam mo, nalilate din ako. Okay? And eto story. Kapatid, nalate ako sa isang call natin once. Naalala mo yan? Siguro di mo na maalala. Paalala ko sa'yo. Kasi hindi talaga natin reputasyon, kapatid, no? So, nakakalimutan mo. Paalala ko sa'yo, nalate ako. Nag-hop in ako sa usapan natin noon, 3 o'clock. Nag-hop on ako, 3:01. 3:01. And I'm like, my God, kapatid, I'm so sorry. I didn't make any excuse. Basta, I'm very apologetic na I hopped in 1 minute late. And ang sabi mo sa akin, kapatid, nung 3 o'clock na, sabi mo sa akin, may message na nga sana kita, 3 o'clock na. 3 o'clock na, wala ka pa. Parang ganon. So, isipin mo yun usapan natin 3 o'clock. No, nag 3 o'clock na, alarming na sa atin. Ba't wala pa si Carlo? Parang, maybe there's something wrong na And yes, there was an aberya. Pero no excuses. I should have been late even if it's 1 minute. Pag ganun. So, medyo ganun kami ka-punctual dito ni Neri. And talagang, kumbaga sa karne, puro tayo laman, walang taba. Alam mo yun na, buto lang siguro. Buto lang, pero walang taba. Diba? Tapos puro laman. So, nasusulit namin yung kain namin. So, yun. Ganun. And, sorry ang haba ng intro, but to segue kasi, to segue, hindi natin pag-uusapan yung punctuality.
Before ko mag-segue pala,
sige,
I just want to to share lang din yung feedback dun sa parang sa few episodes natin
Okay.
Parang there are people messaging me na nagustuhan nila yung first few episodes. Yes. And even, yun nga, may mga, I don't know, wala ka sa Facebook So there are people who shared our first episodes.
Talaga?
Si Nikki B. So, yun, shout out. Thank you, Nikki B, for sharing.
No, supportive.
And yun nga, parang there are other freelancers din na nag-comment doon sa post niya na congratulating us and, giving their support. And yun lang, parang I just want to get this opportunity to thank everyone who's listening. Even though this is just a casual conversation of two friends, freelancers, diba? Parang we're grateful that you're getting something out of this, even though we thought that it's just a casual conversation and all. So yeah, so yun lang, parang, and we don't care if there will be less or more downloads or lessons or ano ba tawag doon? Figures dito. We don't care. We don't actually have access to the back end. So shout out sa Digital Brothers. So sila ang nag-handle ng ating podcast. So they have parang more idea where we're at when it comes to the back end. Yeah. So if you need, segue na rin sa kanila. If you need podcasting services, Digital Brothers, si Shanti and si Enteng na Babit, you can get in touch with them and they can help you with your podcasting needs. So yon. So kapatid, sige.
Yan.
Isegue mo na.
For making this podcast possible. Totoo, literal yun Kung wala sila, walang podcast na marirelease. Okay? So yeah, segueing, kapatid, hindi natin pag-uusapan ng punctuality or traffic or how to hindi maging late or how to be punctual. Hello, common sense na yan, no? How to be punctual, no? Daily habits, hello. Ang pag-uusapan natin related dun sa aking intro ay community. Okay, community. More like siguro sa take ko, kapatid, kailangan ba talaga yung community sa ating freelancing journey or any journey for that matter, like fitness, kung ano. But let's keep it at freelancing lang, no? So kailangan pa ba ng community? Hindi ka ba makakakuha ng results pag walang community? Importante ba yan? Pwede bang wala? And kapatid, ikaw, you have another angle on that? Care to share what it is?
So we're gonna start with Sa good side pa.
Yeah, oo, kasi yung parang sabi
Ah,
mo sa akin, good side, bad side yung nakikita mo naman na sa'yo,
mhm.
no? So sa akin,
Mhm.
whether it's needed, important, or what. But yeah, sure, ladies
Yeah.
first, kapatid.
Okay.
Please.
Sa good side, when it comes to community, yes, definitely. Kasi based on my experience, when I was starting 2012, I think, wala pang mga communities for freelancers. As in, mag-enroll ka sa course, kayod mo, sikap mo. Kung gusto mo magtanong ka sa mentor, pero ano, parang hindi man once in a blue moon, pero it's more likely na hindi mo makukuha yung malalim na sagot na kailangan mo. So it takes time for you to get answers. And kung mag-Google ka man or kung mag-YouTube ka man, it will also take time. So having a community nowadays is important or is helpful for freelancers. Kasi 'di ba, you get to share experience, you get to learn strategies, you start building relationships with the people inside the community. And I think given parang my experience, yun yung masasabi kong malaking factor why I stayed in a community, why I became stronger as a freelancer, and why I'm able to push through despite the odds, despite the struggles, kasi alam kong hindi ako nag-iisa. So that's the good side of having a community that you're part of. So kumbaga, you tend to find a family na hindi mo kadugo. And that's hard nowadays to find. Yung mga taong handang makinig sa'yo, handang tumulong sa'yo, handang makapag-celebrate ng win sa'yo, handang makapag-away sa mga makakaaway mo. Alam mo yon, yung parang tipong
Buhayin ko sila.
they will be there for you no matter what. And that is something that is built through time. Hindi siya something na transactional. And it's not something na usually innate sa isang group, pero nabibuild siya through time. So, kumbaga, if you have that kind of community, stick to it kasi that will give you that parang backup ng confidence, backup ng lakas ng loob. You know, parang if you become weak, there's someone that you can count on. And nahirap pa kahanap ng ganun eh. The same people who understand what you're going through and you're not afraid to share parang the deepest, scariest, deadliest ganon ng mga struggles sa buhay freelancing mo. That's really big. So yun, I think that for me is a good side of having a community. So ikaw kapatid, ano sa tingin mo yung good side ng community for you?
Yeah, siguro my angle is more than the good or bad side. For me, it's not about having a community per se. Maraming, I'd say, requirement. Okay,
Mhm.
requirement or checklist. Ang ganun, checklist. So, establish muna natin, kapatid, community important sa journey para, I mean, kahit saan naman, di ba, sa community literal, dito mga
Yes.
kapitbahay, di ba? So,
Mhm.
mahirap na nag-iisa ka doon, yung bahay mo nag-iisa sa paligid ng lupa lang, wala kang kapitbahay. So, 'di ba pag tulungan, yun yung essence ng community, 'di ba? For me lang, kapatid, no, in as much as it's important, gaya ng pagtira sa isang lugar, pipiliin mo rin naman yung lugar na titirahan mo, 'di ba? Parang
True. Mhm.
pipiliin mo rin yun na ganon. So for me, at least, before I join a community, we have to be like-minded sa akin.
Mhm.
Like-minded. Yun ang, for me, the key word is like-minded people. And yeah, gaya ng intro ko kanina, mas maganda kung same values pa kayo. Pag
Mhm.
ganun. Same values. Kaya di ba, the church, it's a community. Religion, it's a community. Kasi you share the same beliefs, same values, and that makes the community strong. No? So whether kung hindi naman siya religion, ganun din yun. You share, I believe na sharing the same values and beliefs make the community strong. And doon kayo magta-thrive together. Pag ganun. So, yun sa
Mhm.
akin, siguro ang downside naman nun, di ba, parang if you just wanna be part of a community just to be part of community for the sake of it, I think yun yung bad side doon, no? So hindi ka man lang tumingin sa checklist nung kung para kang titira sa isang lugar, hindi mo inalam kung safe ba diyan, kung kumusta ba yung mga kapitbahay mo diyan, di ba? Sino ba yung mga kasama mo dito? Okay ba yung vibe? okay ba yung vibe ng paligid dito? So, same sa akin. Pag hindi same vibe, it's non-negotiable. You know me, kapatid. I've been part of some communities. I stepped out. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. But yung vibe ko ay hindi na match sa vibe ng mga communities na yun. And hindi ko pipilitin magbago yung community for me. No, that's not fair. And walang tama or mali sa amin, no? Kung hindi match, just a case of not being a good match, kumbaga. So, hanap akong ibang community na magma-match ako. Walang masama doon. Walang masama doon na ano. So, I don't know, siguro napansin ko lang sa ibang freelancers, there's fear on detaching in a community, even if it's no longer healthy, even if it's no longer helpful. So, I think yun yung bad side na parang, ay ito, siguro ganito na lang. Correct my English, kapatid ko. Hindi ko kasi alam sa Tagalog eh. So, correct my English, baka kasi mali. Parang, ano ba, yung being thankful for the to the community or for the community is, tama ba, mutually exclusive from growth ba? For example, gusto mong mag-grow away from the community, it doesn't mean na hindi ka na grateful dun sa community na, ano, it doesn't mean that way, no? So,
Yeah,
pag kumalas ka dun, you're just seeking for growth for yourself, no? You don't
exactly.
wish something bad sa community or you don't bash the community. Ano lang 'yon. Pero it doesn't mean na hindi ka na grateful doon. Okay? So
Mhm.
so it goes without saying, sila din dapat hindi ka nila i-bash na hindi ka man lang grateful sa community na 'yon, no? So mali 'yun, no? So pag gusto mo mag-grow out sa community, ano 'yun, hindi ibig sabihin ano ingrata ka sa community pinanggalingan.
Yeah.
So, hindi siya gano'n. So, baka lang kasi ano eh, baka lang yung mga nakikinig sa atin, nililimit nila na doon, ay baka sabihin hindi naman ako grateful or nagstay ako kasi grateful ako eh. Pag ano, so yung mga hindi nagsistay, hindi grateful, I don't believe so, di ba?
Mhm.
Hindi,
It's not binary. It's not a yes
oo,
or
di ba?
no eh.
Di
It's
ba?
there's something
Magkahiwalay
in
yan.
between.
Di
Pwede
ba? Hindi sila
namang
magka-chain. Hindi sila magka-chain.
mhm.
Magkahiwalay yung growth sa being thankful, kumbaga.
Mhm.
So, yun sa akin. If you feel na the community is no longer serving you, walang masama doon kung lilipat ka ng ibang subdivision. Kumbaga, kung
Yes.
bibili ka ng bahay sa ibang lugar dahil ayaw mo nang tumira sa kinatitirahan mo. Pero hindi ibig sabihin, hindi ka grateful sa dati mong tinirahan na lugar. 'Di ba?
Yes.
Ganun yun.
Mhm.
So, yun.
At saka, add ko lang din sa sinabi mo na yon na paglipat ng ibang lugar.
Yeah.
Parang I don't know, minabasa ako from, I think Forbes yata yun or a certain part of the book that I've been reading recently. Hindi ko na matandaan exactly kung saan ko siya nabasa. But going to another place or parang exposing yourself to a different environment is a good way to shift your mindset towards growth. Kasi 'di ba, may mga tao na parang lumaki at namatay sa kung saan sila
Yeah, doon na sila
diba,
buhay
pinanganak,
nila.
'di ba? Parang
Mm,
um and they didn't see the parang the other side of the world.
yeah.
So parang nandun na lang sila. So ang tendency is they just think within that area, parang a lot of things the world has to offer na hindi nila nakita because they just
Mm,
stayed where they are. So by exposing yourself to a different environment, it opens your mind to the possibility then that you can be someone that you are dreaming of or that you want to be that is not what you are right now. Parang ganon. So parang it's a good thing to change an environment. It's not a bad thing to change. Kasi that's what's constant in this world, diba? Change. It
yeah.
doesn't,
Click.
yun nga, kagaya ng sinabi mo, it doesn't mean that you're ungrateful to the people or the environment that you're in. It's just that you
Mm,
want to change, you want to improve, you want to grow.
yeah.
And if that means leaving the people behind,
Yeah.
then so be it, diba?
Mm.
So yun.
Parang parang iniwan ko yung mga kalaro ko sa dati naming tinitirahan. Mahirap 'yun,
Yeah.
but for the sake,
Mm-hmm.
dahil gusto kong mag-grow, 'di ba? I need to transfer, lumipat ng ibang
Mm-hmm.
bahay. So, I believe the same. And mga kapatid, parang nagbibiroan tayo, no? Parang yung tayong dalawa, ito na yung community. Ito na yung community.
Yeah, and
Ito na
that's a good thing, di ba? Parang
ito na
a
yung
community doesn't need to be a
big.
big
Yeah.
group of people.
Correct.
It can be just the two of you, di ba? In our case, tayong dalawa, it's considered a community. It's composed of more than one person. That's considered a community. Kung
Correct.
tatlo, community na siya in a sense. So it doesn't, parang hindi dapat nako-confined lang tayo sa isang community lang. There are other communities out there that you can build, that you can be part of. Kumbaga, ano bang term doon? Don't limit yourself to find new communities that you can explore, that you can learn from, that you can parang teach them or share them what you know or what you experience from other communities. Kasi that's how you grow. You got to learn from people. You got to learn, and you also got the chance to share what you know, which is good, diba? So it's just give and take. And you exposing yourself to different people gives you different perspective about life, about freelancing, if it's a freelancing community. So, yun. And gusto ko lang din itap yung sinabi mo na mas sharing the same values, like like-minded.
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi you'll not stay in a community that hindi mo kapare ka wavelength, diba?
Correct, diba? Alis na tayo dito, lipat na tayo ng ibang lugar. Diba?
Yeah.
Ganong kapitbahay mo.
Kasi parang weird siya, or weird sila, or weird ka sa kanila. Diba? May mga ganun eh. So, hindi magka-match yung wavelength. Kaya ang nangyayari, hindi nagkakaroon ng strong relationship within each other. Kasi magkaiba kayo eh. Parang you're two different people inside the room. Na parang, kaya ang tendency, hindi kayo mag-uusap kasi you don't jive, you don't feel good about connecting to one another, diba? So kaya importante na you get to know the people around the community. And when you get to know the people, doon mo ma-realize, we share the same values. And when you found people that share the same value with yours, then that's the time magkakaroon ka ng lakas ng loob na mag-build ng relationship sa kanila. Diba? That you para exert extra effort to build relationship with them. Because you know the value of having people like them in your life, in your freelancing. Diba? So, it's a process that you need to go through. And it takes time for you to do that, for you to find out who resonates with you or not. And most of the time, you attract the people that you get to to work with or to build a relationship with ng maganda. Diba? So yun, for me, it's important na yung makakasama mo sa journey, sa isang community, is makakasundo mo or parehas kayo ng values.
Importante sa
And
akin.
and the relationship should stick. I mean, stay together kayo. Kumbaga parang, for me, that's important. Kasi din mo mafe-feel na safe ka.
Yun, ang ganda.
Kasi if you just, di ba? If you just parang stay with a group of people na like-minded, and then biglang saglit lang or parang a few months lang, tapos iba na ulit yung community, parang iba na ulit yung sasama. Parang paano mo build your relationship with them? Diba? Paano mo mafe-feel na safe ka? Pabago-bago ka ng community na pupuntahan, diba? Parang, so that's why it's important that you have parang, ano ba tawag doon? Key people that you really get to talk to.
Yeah.
Kagaya ng sa atin, di ba? Parang, mahirap maghanap ng tao makakausap mo ng may sense. Di ba? And it takes time. it takes a commitment for you to build that relationship. It takes
Oo.
parang good sense of parang sharing values and back and forth for you to establish that.
Yeah.
Just being there, just showing up, that's enough to build that relationship. And it takes time. Yun yung gusto ko lang i-emphasize, that it takes time to build that relationship. So that's why it should be a commitment for people to make it work.
Mm.
So yun. Ikaw kapatid, so anong take mo when it comes to community, may it be good or bad?
Ano ba? Siguro kapatid, para sa akin walang bad community. Siguro, at least from talagang from experience, ako yung hindi nag-match. I would like to
Mhm.
put it that way. And for those listening, medyo mahirap i-admit yun I mean, at least for others, no, na parang hindi ako yung hindi match. Mahilig tayong magturo sa, yung community kasi ganito di ba? Aminin mo na lang na hindi ka match. And it's nobody's
Mhm.
fault. Okay? So ikaw, maghanap ka ng babagay sa'yo. So, ng babagay sa'yo. So nakakasama for everyone na magkakasama kayo tapos magkakaiba kayo ng beliefs, magkakaiba kayo ng culture. Riot yun. Riot yun. Di ba? Hindi kayo pwedeng pagsama-samahin. Hindi kayo pwedeng pagsama-samahin. Okay? So, yun sa akin kapatid. Na pero may curious ako kapatid. Baka pwede kita o ganun.
Sige, ano yan?
Ikaw ba, kapatid, may bala ka mag-build ng sarili mong community? Na ito na hot seat tayo Hot seat. Hot seat.
Parang naiisip ko siya, pero at the back of my mind, parang it might be a later thing. Parang it's not a priority for me.
Talaga?
Mm. Parang being an introvert, I thrive more working alone or working with one-on-one or a few group
Few
of
people,
people,
yeah.
a few people.
Mm.
So, yeah, for now, right now that we're talking, it's not a priority for me to build a community.
Right.
Pero,
Mm.
if there will be a community lang just to build relationship, that is something that I might be interested in building.
Interesting
Parang building a relationship in a
Mm.
community na para-parehas na, I don't know, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Does just parang to emphasize the feeling of support, having a safe space,
Yeah.
sharing ideas without being judged or being judgmental. That would be an ideal parang community that if I can build that, then that's something that I will be parang be willing to work on. Kumbaga, ang dami na kasi parang, di ba? Ang dami ng community na parang related about building business or freelancing, copywriting, Facebook ads, yada yada, funnel design. Pero wala pang community na just for the sake of community lang, of having a safe
Interesting
space.
yan Interesting yan. Ganun.
So,
Kasi
yun.
sa akin, kapatid, ako naman on the perspective or context of freelancing na lang muna. Although, siguro sa ibang episode pag-usapan natin yan.
Yeah.
For the sake of relationship building. Anyway, ako, hindi ako magmamalinis na kapatid. Okay? My goal, pag nag-join ako ng community, okay, my goal is accountability. Okay? I'm not joining a community for the sake of joining a community dahil, sabi kasi nila Carlo tsaka ni Neri, importante daw ito, hanap daw yung community, ganun. Hindi ganun. My goal, at least personally speaking, my goal sa pag-seek ng community is accountability. And since nakukuha ko naman siya sa'yo, so I can do away with that. Okay? Yeah. I can do away with that. I mean, really, aanhin ko ng iba pang mga kausap na hindi naman on time dumating sa Zoom call. No thanks kapatid, no thanks. 'Di ba? I'd rather rather, 'di ba? Parang doon pa lang malalaman mo na kung sino yung may sense eh. Kasi 'di ba? Kaya nga tawag diyan sense of time eh, 'di ba?
Wow.
Kaya nga tawag doon sense of time, 'di ba? Kasi ano talaga 'yun? Parang parang ano 'yun? Parang minimum criteria na parang ako ma-judge ko na parang wala namang kasense to, paano laging late naman, 'di ba? Parang paano siya paniniwalaan kapatid, no? Ako yun ang tanong ko, paano ko
Mhm.
paniniwalaan 'to, eh, hindi marunong sumunod sa pinag-usapang oras 'to. Sa akin mahirap yun 'pag gano'n, 'di ba? Hindi ka
Mhm.
naman nata-traffic papunta ng Zoom call, eh, 'di ba? 'Pag gano'n, 'di ba? Parang gusto ko yung meme na yun kapatid natin ano, parang nasa train, sabi niya, "Shit, late na ako." Ay, ano, Chan, paki-bleep yun, gano'n. "Late na ako. Late na ako sa Zoom call." Parang gano'n yung meme niya. Nagko-commute siya. "Late na ako sa Zoom call." Gano'n. Grabe. Hindi ko na lang pinost kasi maraming tatamaan. Maraming tatamaan. So, there kapatid. Yun sa akin. And sasagutin ko rin yung tanong ko sa'yo. Ako naman, parang if ever given the chance, parang ayoko mag-build ng sarili kong community. Not because it's a bad thing, but because ang priority ko nga is like-minded eh. Mahirap i-control yung pasok ng
Mhm.
mga tao doon. Mahirap. So it and most likely marami kang hindi kakilala na ano. So parang ayoko sa akin. I don't wanna put myself on that stress na
Mhm.
parang so I'd rather not. Hanap na lang kayo ng kagaya nung sabi ng friend ko, kailangan niya ng accountability partner kahit part na siya ng isang community. Isipin mo yung kapatid, part na siya ng isang community, kailangan pa niya ng accountability partner. Parang, So, I don't know, question na yun. No? Parang, do you get the accountability you need on the community? If not, baka naman mag-isip-isip ka na siguro. Di ba? Pag ganun, di ba? Na you don't get any value anymore na para tanungin nyo ko, ano yung naging criteria ko para maging accountability body si Neri, di ba? So, ayun lang sa akin.
Yeah.
Parang, siguro if there's one thing na pwedeng i-take away lang dito from me sa episode, know your goal sa pag-join ng community. Di ba? So,
Mhm.
nabanggit namin ni Neri, sabi ni Neri kanina, gusto ko yung community for the sake of relationship. Merong community na ganun. So, gusto ni Neri nun, iba yung goal niya. Ako naman, freelancing perspective, ang goal ko is accountability. So, whatever the mechanism is. So, kung makukuha ko siya
Mhm.
sa community, di okay, good. Kung makukuha ko na siya sa'yo, kapatid, why look somewhere else? Di ba? Parang,
Yeah.
yun lang yung sa akin. Yun lang yung sa akin. So, there, kapatid, ikaw, any last words na pwedeng ma-take away sa'yo sa dinami ng sinabi natin dito?
Siguro ano lang, parang when you want to find a community, make sure na you are open to build relationship with people and that you will have the commitment to build the relationship. Kasi kaya nga siya community eh. You get to spend more time with them and for you to parang to maximize what you invested in that community, you have to be open din na makiconnect sa iba. Kasi that's your chance to open up your parang your world to the possibly the new environment kung bago ka doon sa community, 'di ba?
Hmm.
And siguro isa lang din parang protect your peace when you're inside the
Ang ganda
community.
nun. Ganda nun.
Kasi there will be times na yung mismong community will give you a hard time.
Ayun.
May it be in so many forms. Pwedeng mai-imposter syndrome ka kasi ang dami mo nakikita or there will be other members who will parang go against you sa mga opinions, sa insights, or sa point of view sa buhay or sa freelancing.
Hmm.
Parang hindi mo makukuha na mag-agree sa'yo yung ibang tao sa lahat ng bagay. And that's okay. So, ang kailangan mo lang isipin is, protektahan mo yung peace of mind mo. Kasi at the end of the day, the community is just one of the tools to get you better.
Yeah.
You can or you can't live without them. The answer is depende sa'yo.
Correct.
So, yun. I think that's my take on that.
Ganda. Palakpak muna ako. Yes. So, before I tease the next episode, kapatid, ito, true, final words. Okay? Jim Rohn, okay? You are the average of the 5 people you hang around with most. So, choose them well. Okay? Choose them well. So, ikaw na bahala kung sino yung right. Mas maganda siguro kung yung who you wanna become. Yun yung samahan mo. Okay? So, anyway, I'll leave it at that. Next episode, kapatid, I will, tease it. I'm not sure, kapatid, kung pinag-uusapan ba tong topic na to. Siguro maraming nakaka-feel dito. Pero baka lang, I'm not sure. Baka lang hindi pinag-uusapan. So, I'm talking about burnout. Maybe it's being talked about in, offline or behind the scene or whatever, but not out front. Okay, not up front. Kumbaga, hindi siya at least from my perspective, hindi ko siya nakikita openly na pinag-uusapan yung burnout. Most likely, pag burnout, bigla na lang nawawala. Parang, parang chismis na ang nangyayari, no? Ang ganun. So, we'll talk about it on the next episode. So,
yes.
That's it. Happy weekend, guys. See you next time.
Yeah, happy weekend.